So real quick, if you haven't already, grab a quick pillow that's next to you, something we're going to be using it for a couple different poses. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday's 7 a.m. morning mobility. Real quick, if you just hopped on, I just made a quick call out. We're going to be using a pillow for some of today's poses. We're going to go through, like last week, a couple elevated positions and routines today. And then another call out. You all might be getting a notification here pretty soon. We are going to be starting to offer some new class offerings, and we're going to be making one removal. So real quick, just to make note of that, starting next week, October 5th, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 7:55 a.m., we are going to start offering Impact again. So Impact, if you remember, it was more of a performance-based class where you were getting more coaching. So we're going to be implementing that back in. So rather than us necessarily running you through the workout, we're going to be coaching you through a workout. So it's still going to be virtual. It's going to be on Microsoft Teams. It will not be recorded, but you're going to get a little bit more instruction rather than just kind of watching us work out along with you. And also, we're going to be adding another equipped class on Friday from 5 p.m. to 5:25 p.m. Those of you who have not made an equipped class, it's those who have maybe some equipment at home, dumbbells, kettlebells, bands, mini bands, objects like that. And then you're still also able to do some of it if you don't have equipment, but it just gives you that option to have more equipment-based exercises, all right? And then we are going to be dropping the strength flow on Friday from 5:30 p.m. to 5:55 p.m. So equip's going to be added at 5 p.m. on Friday, and strength flow is going to be dropped from 5:30 p.m. on Friday. All right, so when you get that communication, just go ahead and start adding it to your calendars. It's all already up on lenovobenefits.com/COVID-19, so make sure you take some time, check that out, add it to your calendar. But that will end my spiel today, and we will go ahead and get started with our routine. So wherever you are at, just go ahead and move your feet, kind of move your fingers, your arms, just kind of relax. You kind of roll your shoulders forward and back if you want to. Kind of bend your neck a little bit. So for about 30 seconds, we're just going to kind of move some, just kind of like a free flow warm up. Just kind of get that body open. All right, so first thing we're going to do today, we're just going to revisit our Jefferson curls. We're going to go through 5 reps. So remember, we're going to start up at our neck, so our cervical spine. I want you to tuck your chin, nice and slow. Then once that chin gets to your chest, make sure your feet are kind of close together. You're going to nice and slow unstack your spine. Make sure your eyes start kind of looking in towards your body. Hands stay close. And then get down to the bottom. Hold it for a moment. Then we're going to come back up. As we come up, think of stacking your spine vertebrae by vertebrae back on top of itself, on top of each other. And then once you get all the way up, last part, you're just going to lift your chin, put your neck back to neutral, and then we're going to go into rep 2. So tuck that chin. Slowly start undoing your spine. Really feel, all right, the muscles that run along your spine, all that fascia you have in your back, especially your low back on top of that pelvis. Feel it kind of opening up, decompressing and lengthening. And you get down to the bottom, go ahead and come back up. This is a great exercise for that low back health and mobility. Also kind of gets rid of some tension that we might be storing in our upper back. And then rep 3, tuck your chin, nice and easy. Undo vertebrae by vertebrae. Hands stay on the shins and the legs. Go down as far as you can. Make sure your eyes stay facing into your body as you go down and as you come up. to your thoracic spine, so the upper back finishes stacking on top of itself. You're just gonna look up. All right, we got 2 more here. Tuck the chin. Nice and easy. Really have some intent with this. Get to the bottom. And then come back up. And then we got 1 more here. Tuck your chin. Eyes stay facing into the body. You deliberate on unstacking vertebrae by vertebrae. Once you get down to the bottom, come back up. Nice and slow. Alright, and once you get to the top, we're just going to go 5 lateral bends on each side. So that way we just kind of get a little bit of lateral work on our back. So we're just going to take our left hand, put it on top of that left iliac crest, top of your pant line. And you're just going to reach up and over, push your hips to the wall, open up that lateral aspect, and relax. And rep 2 here. Big reach up and over, open that shoulder, the lat, your obliques, a little bit of your IT band, TFL as well. And relax, we got 3 more. Up and over. And relax. 2 more. Good. And last one here, make sure we get a big reach, big push of the hips. And return. Alright, so now we're going to go left side reaching. So right hand's on my pant line, my iliac crest. I'm going to reach up and over. My left arm. Push my left pocket to the wall. And relax. And we're going to go number 2. And relax. And again. Up and over. And relax. Get 2 more here. Big reach, big push of the hips. Good. And the last one here. Up and over. And relax. Alright, so now real quick, we're just going to do our standing T-spine rotations. That way now we kind of get a little bit of a twisting action through our back. So remember, as you look over and behind you, separate your shoulders from your hips. Pivot on that back leg, alright? We're going to go 5 each way, 10 total. We'll start going to our left side. So you just go ahead and kind of fix your hands right here on your sternum. And we're going to go to the left. Just hold it for a moment. And back over to the right. 1 and 1. And back over for 2. And 2. 3. And 3. 4. And 4. Last one each way. 5. And 5. Alright, so now we're going to start with our first main thing. So we're going to come down to the ground. You're going to try and find a good position where you guys can see what's going on. So we're going to go into a rock back series added with a cat. So you're going to want to go ahead and spread your knees as wide as you can. Make sure your toes are kind of touching. Nice, good little squat form here. Your arms and hands are going to be slightly out front of your shoulders, kind of in line with your eyes. We're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale. And you're going to push your hips back. Then you're going to sit back in this rock back for a moment. And then you're going to reach your upper back to the ceiling as if you're doing a cat. And return. And come back up. Then push back again. Then reach your spine up, tuck your chin. And return. Come back up. You get 3 more. Here's rep number 3. Push those hips back. Try to keep that spine neutral. Tuck your chin. Push your upper back to the ceiling. And return. Good. And number 4 here. Use those hands to leverage your positions. Push your hips to your heels, spine neutral. Tuck the chin, reach the upper back. And relax. Come back up. And the last one here. Push back. tuck your chin, reach your back up, and turn, and come back up. Alright, so now we're going to go into a one leg variation. And what I want you to do though, if you want to, you don't have to, is you're going to take your pillow, and we're going to start on our right leg. So you're going to take your right leg and you're going to put it on top of the pillow. So if you notice, it's just going to give us a couple inches of elevation. It's just going to help us work into a little bit of a deeper hip range of motion and work that adductor, all right? So if you got your pillow, your right leg's going to be on it. We still squeeze our quad, our hands, just like with the full rock back, are going to be in line with our eyes. We're going to take a deep breath in and push back. And then when you're back here, you're going to reach your spine up again. Tuck your chin and return, all right? So rep 2, push back, reach that spine up, tuck your chin, return, come back up. We got 3 more. Push back, leverage with your hands, hips to heel, reach up with your spine, tuck your chin, come back. Then return. We got 2 more here. Make sure you keep that right leg squeezed tight. Push your hips back. Ease into that adductor. Push your spine up. Tuck your chin. And relax. We got 2 more. Push back. Sorry, 1 more. Up. And relax. And we're just going to go 1 more just because I lost count. That's okay. And push back. Big breath in. Tuck your chin. Reach your spine. And you're going to come out of it and relax. Alright, so we either did 5 or 6 there. So we're going to accompany that now on the left side. So you're going to position now your right foot on the ground. Your left leg's going to go out on the elevated surface, whether it's a pillow, foam roller, whatever you got. We're going to squeeze our left quad tight. We're going to put our hands in front, in line with our eyes. We're going to take that deep breath in and push back. Reach the spine up to the ceiling. Tuck your chin. And come back. That's 1. And then push back. Reach your spine. Tuck your chin. Return to neutral. And come back up for 2. We got 3 more here. Push back. Reach your spine up. Tuck your chin. Then come back. We got 2 more. Push back. Reach your spine. Tuck your chin. Keep that left leg squeezed tight. Turn to neutral. And then we got our last one here. You're going to push back. Reach your spine. Tuck your chin. Come back down and relax. All right, so we're going to keep our pillow with us. So next what we're going to do is we're just going to go into 5 cycles of puppy dog and then into cobra. All right, so for puppy dog, we're going to be using it. Cobra, we won't. Our hands will just be on the outside or a little bit in front of it. So for the puppy dog, we're just going to go ahead and position hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. You may have to play around with your distance away from the pillow here for a moment. And you're going to put both arms on top of the pillow. Take a deep breath in. And then you're just going to drop your chest to the ground. Keep your hips high. And we're just going to hold this for a couple moments. Nice and easy. And you're going to come on up out of that. Put your hands in front of your pillow. Then just drop your hips to the ground for cobra, all right? So it's okay if you drop your knees to the ground here or you keep them slightly off. We're just going to be in it for a quick moment. You're just going to rock back a little bit. Hands are going to go back on top of the pillow and drop your chest. So you see it's just a quick, easy transition by moving our hands. Our hips go from a high position to a low position. We go from extending our upper back in puppy dog to our low back, our lumbar, in cobra. And then come back up. Hands go a little bit closer. Drop your hips. So we're able to work the spine on 2 different areas by comboing up 2 different poses. And come back up. Hands go back on top of the pillow. Drop your chest to the ground. Arms stay long, hips stay high. We're never forcing anything. Just let it naturally happen. Fall into the pose. Then come back up. Position your hands. Drop your hips. Nice and easy here. Come back up. We got 2 more cycles. Hands are going to go back on top of the pillow. Hips stay high. Chest drops to the ground. Nice and easy here. Few more moments in puppy dog. And come back up. Position your hands again. Drop the hips to the ground. And we got 1 more cycle. We're going to come up. Hands go on top of the pillow. Drop your chest. Arms go long. Hips stay high. Just for a couple moments here. And come back up. Last one of Cobra here. Drop the hips to the ground. And relax. All right. So next, we're going to use the pillow 1 more time. And this might take us into the class. We'll see. We're going to work on a seated cross shin position with a front shin elevated. All right. So I'm going to work my right shin first. Kind of turn a little bit more this way. So what I'm going to do is take my right leg, put it straight out in front of me. I'm just going to put my pillow up against my left shin, which is closest to my body. And then I'm going to take my right shin and put it on the pillow. So you're going to notice right away if you're doing this that you kind of feel a little bit more in your hip caps while ready. Then we're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale. Then fall forward. So it leverages your hip a little bit more with that elevated surface. So right off the bat, you're able to get into a deeper hip stretch of that glute and hip area, your TFL, your glute med, all those muscles there. And we're just going to hold this for a minute, starting now. So just nice and easy. Most of our other stuff, we kind of did more mobility through some dynamic movement or flow. And then we're just going to finish off today's session with some nice assisted static stretching of our hip. So we got about 40 seconds left. And again, you can kind of play around with your angles. You can lean a little bit more over your foot. You can lean over your shin, or you can even go to your knee. Or you can kind of just flow from side to side with your torso. So just kind of find whatever works best for you. Whatever feels like it's hitting it the most, perfectly fine. Got a few more moments here on the right side. All right, and we'll relax slowly coming up out of that. So first thing, you're just going to straighten your right leg. All right, let it kind of open up for a moment. Take that left leg back out front. Then you're bringing your right shin in close to you. Place that pillow right in front of your right shin. Then your left leg is going to go on top of it. And then we're going to fall forward here for 1 minute. This will be the last pose of today's session. So you see my left shin is elevated in front of my right. Work that IT band, glute med, hip capsule area a little bit more. About 30 seconds left here. About 10 more seconds. And we're going to slowly come on up out of that. Take your right leg straight out in front of you. You can go ahead and move your pillow to the side. Then everyone, that is going to go ahead and conclude Wednesday, 7 a.m. morning mobility. As always, thank you so much for taking 15 minutes out of your, or 20 minutes out of your morning and hanging out with me. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you're enjoying the couple different variations trying to throw at you. I hope it's working for you. Everyone have a great rest of your morning. Again, take notes of those additions to the class schedule. It's looking like it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of exciting things coming our way. And everyone, I will see you back here at 11:15 a.m. for morning mobility. Thank you, everyone.